Good morning, Year 7. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. This is Mr. Caesar, welcoming you to today's lesson. For today's lesson, you will need your exercise book or paper and a pen. So your title for today's lesson is using imagery. So please could you write the date and title in your book or piece of paper. Then complete the do now. I would like you to describe your best or worst day by completing the sentences below. I saw, I heard, I smelt, I tasted, and I felt. If you're wondering why there's a picture of a church on the slide, it's because my best day was when I went to America to see my uncle get married. The church was absolutely beautiful, so I saw this incredible structure with white bricks and all the people dressed so beautifully. I heard everyone talking happily and the incredible music inside the church. I smelt the fresh air. It was the middle of summer, and the greenery and the flowers. I tasted the incredible food after the wedding in the reception hall, and I felt really happy for him because he was clearly overjoyed to be marrying the woman who is now my aunt. So that's my best day. You could do your worst day. Maybe it was when the schools closed for coronavirus, or maybe that was your best day. So have a think, what was your best or worst day? So please pause the video for about 5 minutes to do that now. So why do we use imagery? Imagery is descriptive writing that refers to the 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Using imagery allows the writer to draw the reader into a sensory experience and provide a mental snapshot of an experience. Imagery can evoke, that means produce, particular feelings and emotions, and is therefore a powerful literary tool. Please pause the video to copy this into your exercise books. So, what has been your character's best day of their life? I would like you to create a mind map or brain dump of some of your character's best days. For each day, write down why that day was such a positive experience. Before you do this, I would like you to look at the mind map that I've created. So I made up a character called Sarah Scully, and these are her 4 best days. Her first day on her first job as an actress. And under that I've written, first step towards dream career was so much fun. The day she met her future husband. Met on the set of my second job. Knew instantly that we were destined to have a wonderful relationship. As friends or something more. Then gave birth to a son. Definitely a painful experience, but there are no words to describe how amazing it is to hold your son in your arms. And finally, a day trip to Paris. Went with a group of closest friends and travelled all around Paris to see the sights. Amazing experience. So please pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes to do your own mind map of your character's best days. Okay, so your next task is to create a descriptive account of your character's best day using imagery. So you're going to select one of those days and turn it into an account. You have 10 minutes to write this out. After that, spend 5 minutes reviewing your work and thinking of ways to improve it. During the review section, I would like you to highlight or underline where you have used imagery. Some possible sentence starters include I saw, I heard, I smelt, I tasted, and I felt. I've also got a box with some challenges to use alliteration, simile, metaphor, personification, or tricolon. So if you want to challenge yourself, pick one or more, depending on how much challenge you want, of the terms from that box and try and put them into your writing. So let's have a look at my example. This is Sarah Scully's best day account. I felt the blazing sun beating down on my back. Brilliant, beautiful, blistering heat. My friends' laughter rang through the air like a bell, causing passers-by to stop and stare. I saw them running through the busy streets, childlike, not a care in the world, and felt my heart expand with happiness. I licked my ice cream and the sharp, sweet taste of lemon exploded in my mouth, a flavour sensation. I looked around and experienced the absolute conviction that the day was only going to get better. So that's quite a short one. You've got 10 minutes. I did that in about 3. So hopefully yours will be a little bit longer, but if not, don't worry. I'm going for quality over quantity. So please pause the video for 15 minutes to write out your account and review it for 5 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the process, but with your character's worst day. I'd like you to create a mind map or brain dump of some of your character's worst days, and for each day, write down why that day was such a negative experience. Before you do this, I'm going to talk you through the mind map of Sarah Scully's worst day. So, got dumped by first boyfriend. He left me for my best friend. It was so humiliating. I thought I would never love again. Little did I know, I would meet someone so much kinder and more loving later on in my life. Fired from first job. It turned out they hired more people than they needed, so I was only on set for 2 months. It was really depressing. Best friend moved to Australia. We promised to stay in touch, but both knew it wouldn't happen. I speak to her now and then, but our friendship is nothing like it used to be. And finally, broke my leg on holiday. During a ski trip in Australia, I broke my leg on the slopes on the first day and had to stay in the cabin for 2 weeks whilst my friends were skiing. So please pause the video for 5 to 10 minutes to do your own mind map of your character's worst days. Okay, so now you're going to create a descriptive account of your character's worst day using Imagery. So the same as before, but with the worst day. You have 10 minutes to write it and 5 minutes to review it, thinking of ways to improve it. During the review section, I would like you to highlight or underline where you have used Imagery. Sentence starters and challenge box are the same as before, and before I set you up, I'll read you my example. 1 minute, I was flying down the mountain, wind in my hair, mountain air in my lungs. The next minute, I was toppling head first down the mountain. When I stopped, I felt an awful, agonizing, arduous pain in my leg and tasted the metallic tongue of blood in my mouth where I had bit my tongue. The world swam hazily before my eyes, and I heard the screams of my friends fill the air. The ski instructor leant over me and told me to breathe deeply, and I remember smelling the gentle lavender of her perfume. She took one look at my leg and told me it was broken. Game over. Okay, so please pause the video for 15 minutes to complete the task. Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you very much for your hard work. I hope you enjoyed it. It'll be really interesting to hear about your character's best or worst days, so please do send me a photo if you are able to do so. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.